Okay, welcome back. I've decided that today is going to be an all-day Zoomini marathon, so let's go ahead and load and get started again. Good. It's been, the DOSBox has been crashing a couple times, and as you might recall, getting this software to work, is very difficult. It was hard to find the files, and I was sure I'd have to play it in a browser, so I should be grateful that it is working at all. We'll have to start back at Zoomini Isle this time. So let's go ahead and make a random group. Now my main goal here is I want to try one of the new middle paths because they both advanced in difficulty. So I'm hoping to just get there as quickly as I can. But we'll see if the allergic cliffs get us stuck again.
Up and down they were tossed around, fore and aft they flew. Those brave and sometimes seasick members of another Zombini crew.
Alright, here we go. So again, I've already done the first route perfectly, finally. So my goal isn't necessarily to do it perfectly, it's just to do it fast. Of course, if I think I have a couple Zoombinis at the shelter rocks. If I lose a few of them before then, I might still have enough to have a full band. But the way I tried this last time is to find a couple Zoombinis that really didn't have anything in common. And then to find a Zoomini who was sort of in between them. So like this one and this one do not have anything in common. But let's see if we can find one that's sort of halfway between. Not so much for that. This would work better actually as the halfway mark. Okay. So let's see, I guess he has the same nose color, but oh well. So then theoretically this one would be fine, because it doesn't introduce any new traits. Okay, so the bottom one, we're learning some of what the bottom one is okay with, and I need more scratch paper. But it seems to be okay with blue noses, propellers, eyeglasses, ponytail hairs. It could be maybe the bottom one requires a blue nose. Or like that's one of the features it accepts. So let's try that. Okay, so it looks like the bottom one is fine with blue noses. There must be two other traits it's okay with, but I'm not sure what they are yet. So let's just send ones on the top until it starts rejecting things. Okay, for a second I thought my game had broken. It would have been extremely unlikely to get them all through without one failure, because that would be like pure luck. So it was fine with blue noses.
You've done quite well.
And then for this one, I'm not sure what else. It's none of these individual traits. So actually this must be the allergic one. And then on top we've got maybe roller skates, green noses, and sleepy eyes. I don't know. But the next one probably won't be so easy.
Welcome. Do be careful as you make your way up the path.
Alright, let's try this one.
Bye-bye.
Nope.
Well, why not?
Have a good time.
hurry.
So again, I'm just gonna try and get these through quickly.
Hello.
Oh, no? Maybe the right needs ponytails.
Thanks for coming.
Let's see.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I must be careful about who I let in.
Go on.
Welcome.
So all ponytails on the right so far. And roller skates on top. At least that's my theory. Nope.
Not this side.
You'll do.
Okay, so it's not ponytail top and bottom. Oh, wow.
Away you go.
That is not where I expected him, and roller skates are not top and bottom either. So it could be all blue noses on the bottom. And then left and right. Maybe green noses on the right. I don't know what the top and bottom trait is.
Well, you're okay.
I can't let you in.
Maybe hats can only go on top.
Certainly.
After a while, you sort of do it more by
Go in.
intuition than actually figuring it out, I think. So green noses on the right. That's a theory. Maybe hats on top. Okay. Propellers don't matter. Red noses maybe on top. Tuft hair on the left.
Move it.
Many try, few succeed.
Okay, sleepy eyes are on top. This hair is on the left. I don't have any purple noses. I have feet on the left. So let's try this. So
Well done,
if you're not being
O
careful,
wise
sometimes you
and
can guess
trusted
very
guide.
quickly.
I knew they could do it.
Okay, well, maybe I won't lose anyone.
Pizza.
I'm really getting hungry.
Alright, so we have our strategy, which should let us get through this basically the same way as last time.
Something on that I don't like.
Something's wrong.
I'd like more toppings, please.
Let's try pepperoni
I'm
next.
hungry.
And again, we're trying things that are not in the pit.
Something must go.
Something must
I'd
go.
appreciate more toppings.
Uh-oh, there's something on that I don't want.
Let's try the cheese. Then we'll try the cherry.
Something on that I don't like.
Is that all I get?
Uh-oh.
I'm starving.
Something must go.
More toppings.
Oh, something's wrong.
Okay, so for Arno, he must want one of the toppings in the pit, one or more of them. So let's try the whipped cream for him.
Something on that I don't like.
More.
Now I have to keep track of what
Something's
she has.
wrong.
Pepperoni, cheese, cherry, and whipped cream. Okay. Huzzah. Alright. So he still wants one more thing. She wants pepperoni cheese, cherry, whipped cream. She might be happy with just that, but he wants something else. So let's see if he wants chocolate sauce.
There's something there I won't eat.
It's still missing my favorites.
Okay. So she likes pepperoni, cheese, cherry, whipped cream. We know she doesn't like chocolate sauce, or she would have been fine with this. She won't like olives. She might want mushrooms, I'm not sure. Let's try this.
More!
Okay.
I'm allergic to some of those toppings.
There's
Really?
the warning. Smack. Yup. That's okay. So pepperoni, whipped cream, cheese. Did I call the cherry pepperoni? You know what I mean. Cherry, whipped cream, cheese, pepperoni. And then we haven't tried... We tried chocolate sauce, so she wants mushrooms.
Now that's more like it.
And then he wants peppers and chocolate sauce. But all the other toppings are taken. We'll just interrupt them. We got a long way to go. Alright.
Believe
Yep,
what
so
you
we're here.
see, little
We have some
Zoombinis.
Zoombinis
You have
left
arrived
behind.
at Shelter Rock, here to relax and wait for your friends.
So we could just keep going with this group, but again, I like to swap out for some of the older ones so that they don't stay here forever. Plus then you have a slightly different group on each leg of the journey, which can be interesting. So if we look at the map, both the middle paths have turned orange, so we'll be going south first. Kitty, do not stand on the keyboard. I was hoping we might hear a new message, but oh well. Alright, so let's see how this has changed. What's this? The fleens are blocking the progress of the Zoombinis. Lure the 3 fleens off the beehive branch to free the Zoombinis. This will bother the bees and chase the fleens away. Each fleen will chase a Zoomini with a certain type of hair, eyes, nose, and feet. However, unlike level 1 and 2, the associations are not completely hair to hair, feet to feet, and so on. There is one like match, such as feet to feet, but the other 3 matches are mixed up, such as fleen hair to Zoomini eyes to Zoomini nose to Zoomini hair. A wrong guess will send a retreating Zoomini onto another branch, which can only hold a maximum of 6 Zoominis. Once the branch is full, each wrong guess will send a Zoomini back to Shelter Rock. So the main difference is that features might not correspond directly. They might be switched up. But to be honest, I don't think that makes it... Well, it makes it a little more complicated because you don't know which features are being matched up at first. So there's 3 hairs that are blue. So if I sort my Zoominis by hair, I could try to find a group that has 3. But the fleen hair might not be a match to Zoomini hair. It might be matching to a different feature. But we can test that. So of the hair, we have 3 with hats and 3 with ponytails. And then let's see what else. And then they both have the same nose, and it looks like No, one other fleeing of a different hair has that same nose color. So that could be, well, it won't be nose, obviously. So then, if we assume that it's hair to hair, then it won't be nose to nose. The nose will match up with either the eyes or the feet. So we need two with the same feet. No. Two with the same eyes that only one other Zoomini has. Well, that won't work either. So that proves that it's not hair to hair. Let's try nose to nose. So the two with the same nose that only one other has. So if we do nose to nose, so we're trying to find the one feature that is shared between them. And if it's not hair, let's do nose. We've got a lot of green noses, some yellows, a couple reds, etc. Alright, so a nose color that has 3 of something. So that would have to be either yellow or purple. And then 2 of them have something in common, not hair, that is shared by only one other Zombini. So it could be the feet. And if so, I want to test this one. Yes! That was slightly a lucky guess, but even if it had been a wrong guess, I still would have gotten some information out of it. Okay, so we've determined that the nose matching makes sense. As for the other features, I believe that feet represent hair. Zoomini feet represent fleeing hair, so we also want this one. Okay. So what are we looking for this guy? So he'll have a different nose color, so not the purple nose. His nose is from a group of 1, 2, 3, 4 with that nose. So we're looking for one with either green or blue nose. And then fleeing hair is Zoomini feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be 4 Zoominis with a certain type of foot. It could be springs. Could be propellers. And what else? So, fleeing hair to Zoomini feet. Fleeing eyes to Zoomini hair? I'm guessing. So I don't want a flat top or the tuft hair, so he's a reject, and these guys are rejects. Fleeing eyes to Zoomini hair. Fleeing feet to Zoomini eyes. So I don't want sleepy eyes or wide eyes. Let's try a test. I've got a few spare tests. Okay, so that was close. So we need one that's similar but slightly different. So this one could be it. Because we know that fleeing hair and Zoomini feet match up. There we go. Not too hard.
How fortunate for Zoombinis that you are their guide.
Anything new at the hotel?
Hey, kid. Nice to see you. Doesn't the music kind of draw you back? Go ahead, grab a bunk, but be careful. Some of the rooms got wrecked by fleas. Little toads. We got a big tour coming up. Work, 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 play.
As soon as I click on a Zoomini, the music stops. Hotel Dementia Level 3. After a long journey, the Zoominis need rooms to stay at overnight. However, only Zoominis with two features in common, such as red noses and ponytail hair, can room together. One feature tells you a Zoomini's placement by floor or row, and one tells you the placement by tree trunk or column. Zoominis in the same row or column will have variations of the same attribute. For example, Zoominis with red noses may all stay on the first floor, green nose on the second, orange on the third. At the same time, Zoominis with ponytails in the first column, flat tops in second, shaggy in third, and so on. For greater challenge, some rooms are boarded up, which limits your choices. So, on the previous difficulty level, you could basically put your starter Zoomini anywhere, and then the rest of the grid that you need to fill in would develop around them. With this, one of these is boarded up, so we want to be careful with what our starter one is going to be. So one attribute will be vertical, one will be horizontal, and then the other two attributes won't matter. So let's assume, let's say, what if hair mattered? So we'll just group them a bit. So let's imagine that hair matters. So I've got one of every hair type. So if they went horizontally, like this, then I have to be careful what this is. Because, like, well, I guess I don't have more than 5 of any one hair color, so that would be okay. Let's try the old strategy. Now I do have every eye type, don't I? Yeah. Let's try the old strategy of trying to put similar ones next to each other in the same room. Okay, so feet don't matter. So these have the same ponytail hair, eyeglasses, and blue nose. But the feet don't matter. So as for what other traits matter, I don't have any others that have just 2 things in common with them. So I could try placing it like this. I didn't actually mean to place it at that time. My cat decided to push the button for me. So that one was not allowed to go there. It will certainly be allowed to go. It might be allowed to go up here because it has the nose and spring, or it might have to go diagonally. Okay. So before I place him, I now know what the two features are. So it's hair and eyes that matter for this. Because he had the same nose color, but they wouldn't accept him in either the same column or the same row. So hair and eyes matter. And I'm not sure whether hair is the row or the column yet. So that's going to make this tricky. But let's assume hair is the row and eyes are the column. So then we've got ponytail, row, and then eyeglasses. And then we just have to be careful how we arrange them. So he'll be allowed to go here. The question is, do I want him to go here? I don't have any more ponytails. Oh, I guess I do. So if it was a ponytail row with eyes having columns, and I decided to do this here, I'd have to make sure that there are not sunglasses in every other group. And the Shaggy here does not have sunglasses, so... Okay, but that's not even how it's going anyway. The hair all needs to be by column. And then the eyes are the rows. But same thing, if I decided to make this the Shaggy hair column, then I need to make sure they don't have sunglasses. Okay, which they do not. So then I'll put... let's say the Cyclops eyes and the wide eyes. And then I guess the sleepy eyes will go on top. So at this point, the only way to fail is to not pay attention to the pattern you've already started, which would be kind of silly to do. So we've made this the flat top row. The wide eyes go here. We already have sunglasses. And then we need a hats column. Then this will go here. So we just had to be careful of that intersection. Cyclopses go here. Sleepy eyes go on top. Wide eyes go here, and single eyes there. So not too hard.
Hey, that's cool. A place for everyone and everyone in a place.
Alright, just one more puzzle, and we'll see how this one has changed. Okay, so you might notice that now the interior of the mud ball has a color. There's a lot more grids. So let's check this out. The Zoombinis need your help in getting over the wall to freedom. Using the mud ball launcher, hit the sections of the wall with dots on them. The color, shape, and color of the shape tells you what section of the wall it will hit. For example, green balls may always hit in the first row, square shapes in the first column, and blue square shapes may always hit the first square within a column. In this case, the upper leftmost square on the wall would be hit with a green mud ball with a blue square in the middle. To help you organize, divide the wall into 5 columns, each 5 squares wide. So, the addition of these columns is basically an attempt to make this a 3-dimensional puzzle. So you just have to pay attention to that. So again, first guess, you don't know, it's just a blind guess. Now I'm hoping we have more mud than usual, because we have a lot more possibilities. But what's another thing that's changed, on the last difficulty, it had the pattern shifting diagonally, but that won't happen on this. I believe on the level 4 difficulty, it introduces that mechanic back in. So, okay, so let's try changing one thing and see what that does. Okay, so now we figured out that this is the, no, maybe we haven't. I was going to say we figured out that this is the yellow row for the outside color, but it could also be the square row. But for the yellow and blue, they're indicating the positions within this bigger column. So then if I tried changing, say, the shape, it might go up and down, or it might go into different columns. Now, if that was the case, I would actually want to change maybe a couple things. Just to give it more of a chance of randomly hitting something. Okay, so we've determined for the outside color, this is the orange or yellow row, whatever you think that is. Then all of the square shapes are this big column. And then it's by color inside that. So green, yellow, blue, etc. So let's try an orange one, because there's still a couple in here we could hit. Let's try a different shape. It will do maybe yellow for the interior color. Okay, so this is blue, the circle column, which we'll never need to use again. Let's try using the star one. Alright, so now we figured out where all the shapes play in. And that means if we change the interior color of that to green, then we should get the one right next to it. Okay, so this is going to be the diamond column. And if we do it yellow, it should hit this one. So that's using all the info we know so far. What we don't know yet, we don't know for the outside colors how they work by row. We do know that blue is the last one, so we could try to go for this. So blue, triangle, and then let's try the outside color. Alright, so that was not correct. So instead of outside color being blue, let's try it being green. Nope. So either red or purple is our guess. And we struck out, but oh well. There we go. Now we just need to do the rest very carefully so we don't waste any mud. One thing that has me slightly worried, I've only tried yellow, green, and blue for the interior colors, so I'm not sure which colors are for the first and second columns, but I could do this one here. So let's see. So it's going to be outer color red. It's in the square column, and it needs to have yellow as the interior color. There we go. Then I should be able to do this one. So this outside color is green. It should be green on the inside and be a diamond shape. think I have enough mud to try maybe 1 or 2 more after this. But we'll see, because I'm going to have to start guessing. So this one here, it needs to be blue. No, let's try this one because that's 2 dots. So purple on the outside, a triangle shape, and then the inside color is either red or purple, but we're not sure. Yes! It looks like I would have had enough mud for 1 more random guess, but we're going to keep the triangle. Outside is blue, and then needs to be purple on the inside. There we go. So, yeah, not too hard at this difficulty. I think these puzzles can be pretty fun. And a nice change of pace from the really hard puzzles, so...
Amazing indeed! Another relaxing campsite ready and waiting for Zoombinis. And they'll need their rest. The darkest, most dangerous part of the journey is yet to come.
This may be absolute madness, but I want to see... if I try playing the next part really fast, how many of these can realistically make it through? I already should have a new building for the completing that southern path through the woods. So let's just speed this up and see how quickly we can get through. So that'll be interesting. These two are similar, so this is almost certainly wrong. Okay, so the main category is either by hair or by nose color. Oh, that worked. If it's by nose color, then maybe... Okay. So it looks like nose color, and then within that, the hair. So we got all the purple noses. We've got some yellow noses, but I'm not sure what the order is for that yet. If we assume that shaggy hair comes first, then we would have the flat top maybe next. And obviously there's something in between the two that I was not aware of. Okay. I want to find out more info about the nose color order. That would be nice. So this, one of them should go here. And then maybe the other one in front or behind. I'm not sure. But this is a nose color that we happen to have in every hair color variety. So that's cool. Let's try this. Yay! So I'm not sure where the ponytail goes, if it's at the start or the end. So that makes it tricky. Let's try blue noses, because they're my largest group. So if I could figure out if they go at the front or the end, that would help. Okay, flat tops, then the hat, then the tuft hair, then the shaggy hair. and then the ponytails. So ponytails come at the very end. Now I don't know if green or red noses come next, so... Okay, not too bad.
Hip hip Zombini! Hip hip
He got interrupted by the music. But again, we're gonna try and book this. Book this. Which means I may lose some on the mirror machine here. Let's see. So this will make them have the same hair and eyes. Then for the nose, I'm gonna try to limit myself to like 10 seconds on each of these. Because that's part of the challenge too, you know? Alright, feet. It needs to change. So let's hope that changes. The nose colors will be fine. We need to do the eyes and the hair. This will ensure that they are both the same. So let's hope that this foot type changes appropriately when the next one comes. Yep. Okay, feet and hair. And then I don't need to change the nose color, so if I could avoid that, that would be nice. Okay, so... So let's hope that the feet convert properly. Which did. Alright, we need feet and nose and eyes and hair, basically everything. And then this will give them both. Okay, so ponytail, sunglasses, orange inline, ponytail, sunglasses, orange, and inline. Alright, there we go. I'm going to be dreaming about this tonight. Have you ever heard of people who say they played Tetris so long that they just like dream about the shapes? Okay, so we need everything different except for the feet. That's not necessary. We need the nose. So that will change purple to nose to eyeglasses, except this will change the hair and the eyes for both of them. And we just need both of these to become a purple nose. I hope that was right. I didn't double check. Yep. Okay, so at the bottom we need to change feet. And that works, but we need to change the nose color, of which there are many options. That's not right. Let's try this. So much for my do this very quickly thing, but it's hard. Like, if you're not going to do a little bit of effort into the puzzle, then it feels like a waste, but I think this is right. Yep. And just a couple more. Okay, so we need basically everything different. That becomes purple, and I'm assuming that with green, it would become orange. If I did it like that. So I have to hope that the nose colors will match up afterwards. Oh wow, I guess I had a couple left. I thought I was further along. Oh, come on, guys. We have a deadline to make. Not really, but... Alright, so that's propeller. We're going to have to assume it becomes a spring. It turns them both into cyclopses. So we need to change the hair and the nose. This will give that and that. At some point, it becomes faster just to not use words, so...
You've done quite well.
But we know how the next puzzle works. And it does appear to have basically the same layout every time, just the features different. So if I use the answer key from last time, and just sort of rewrite it, take into account the changed features. So step 1 is to send a certain number of Zoombinis to the right-hand platform, which we don't know how many that is yet. Step 2 would be to send a certain trait on left to trigger the red switch, and then it'll get stuck in yellow. And then step 3 is to send the Zoombinis on the right through. And at the end, we'll have 2 of them stuck in the purple, or is that blue? Purple. I'm going to say purple and yellow. This is a puzzle that probably would be a lot harder if you weren't taking notes and it had been a while since you played it. So then step 4, I need to send some kind of Zoomini through on left. which will trigger either that yellow or that purple switch. Not the yellow. I don't want to release the yellow one because the yellow one will be dead. So it needs to go for the purple switch, which means it needs to have a hat. So that'll trigger the purple switch. Which will free the one that's stuck in purple. And it'll also trigger, it's really hard to see, but this is pointing toward the right. So then purple arrow goes down. And then 5, I need to send a red nose through. Which will free the one stuck in yellow. And get stuck itself. Then step 6. I need to trigger the yellow switch. And to do that, I need to use the Cyclops filter. So that'll be the yellow switch, which will free 2 Zoombinis, including this one and this one. And then I should be able to, this will be pointing this way, this will be pointing down, and then I can send remaining Zoombinis on right. Sorry, on the left. So I don't think I need to send as many through to the right as I thought last time. I just need to look for the pattern. So, if I sub out, last time it was a purple arrow, now it's green. And it starts out pointing up, the green arrow does. And then the white arrow also starts out pointing up. So last time I did it after 7. After sending 7 Zoombinis through on the right. But I believe I can just send 1 through on the right and it would be fine. So let's try that. And then as for, so traits that matter, so who do I need to trigger the red switch? They need to have a propeller. Of which I have 2. And do these hair and eyes matter at all? Yeah, it's, the one that I sent through, it'll get stuck here, and then it'll be pushed from the bottom. So it'll go up here. So I want propeller with eyeglasses. That's the only one I have with eyeglasses. But I can't send it yet. I need to remember that. And then on the left to trigger the purple switch. So it'll go this way and this way. So it looks like I just need a hat. And I only have 1 hat. So that won't really matter. And yeah, I think that's basically it. So I need to send 1 Zoomini off to the right. It can't have propeller, eyeglasses, Hat, Red Nose, or Cyclops. So this one should be fine to go through on the right-hand side. And the only real reason to send them is so that they can hit that green switch. But I can't do that yet. So now that I've done that, I need to send the propeller with eyeglasses on the left to hit that red switch. They'll end up getting stuck in the yellow field there. I may have done that wrong. I had another Zoomini with eyeglasses. Which I totally didn't realize. So I can't send them to the right anymore because I closed off that path. As for going up, and they won't be able to go up either because they'll get sucked in. Oops. They needed to go on the right, but I forgot. Oh well. So they can't go to the right now or they'll die. And if they tried going up, they would die because they don't have propellers. So, oops. So then I just need to send this one through to trigger the green switch. Oh well, I said I wasn't going to try to be perfect. Okay. And then I need to send my hat, my only hat person, through on the left. And they will do the purple switch to free this one. Okay, now I need to send a Red Nose, who will free the one that got stuck. And then I need a Cyclops on the left. And they will hit the yellow switch. And once that happens, I can just send all the rest, except the one with glasses won't make it, unfortunately. So then I should be able to send the rest through. And I feel kind of bad about missing that one. So that's why I couldn't do just one. Zoomini on the right, because the eyeglasses one can't go on the left-hand path. And of course, I can't send just 2 on the right because that would mess up the cycle of the switches. So maybe if it's always like that, then maybe 7 on the right is the minimum number. So this one, Kuyora, will get stuck. I won't make her get sucked into the vortex. I'll just leave her, and then she can go back to the base camp. Okay. Well, we learned. My attempt to, simplify this did not quite work. But I do have a great formula for next time. Ooh, I think we're gonna reach a milestone.
Could this be the place they've been seeking? A place of hope and prosperity? Zoombinis!
Come on, I want to see it tick up. But I don't think it'll sit on the screen long enough. I wanted to see the 200.
Well, what are you waiting for? Free the Zoombinis, you bold adventurer, you! Can't you hear them crying to you from Zoombini Isle?
Free them, free them. Okay, well, our town is getting bigger. Let's see. It's hard to see the buildings in the background, but there's like the cluster there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one in the background. 6, 7, 8. There's a cluster there. Some more, some more. Yeah, it's getting hard to count them all, but this is the new building we got. This city hall celebrates the Zoombinis who sent the fleens flying, wrangled with ransacked rooms, and vaulted the wall with hardly a fall when traveling was very hard, October 7, 2023. I wonder if the fleens went to the hotel after we chased them away from their old hideout, so maybe it was our fault. But anyway, that's the city hall, which you think would have been the first thing they built. But oh well. We've got Zoombinis in the background, there and there. Little bunch right there. There's one up on the hill. So our town is slowly getting bigger. And of course, we didn't complete this path perfectly, but there's no further rewards or higher difficulties for this path, so it would not have mattered too much. But there we go. Zoombiniville has now crossed 200 Zoombinis, but we're not even halfway done with the game yet. Once we have gotten all the buildings, then doing each path perfectly won't matter as much. You will just need to, if you lose some Zoombinis, you'll have to go back and get some more, so you have enough to keep going. But anyway, we'll have to start from Zoombini Isle next time, and then we can go on the northern path and see how that has changed. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.